I is back. I'm back. you has an SCP tile, yeah. All right. And we also have an author that we haven't had in quite some time, called Vogt. It's been almost 700 SCPs ago since the last time we had them. 2287 was the last one. 2287. Well, I see that it's a headless person. I think at the end, I believe it is a phenomenon that makes you see other people without a head. That's what it was. If I recall correctly. It was crazy to see like how like Vogt had like 2 in series 4 and then 1 in series 8. So we will definitely eventually come back to Vogt. Also, Vogt has a bunch of like, wait, SPs for which is Vogt bears primary responsibility as it goes. I'm actually going to stick for this one since it's short. I'm not that tired and that is phenomenal. Okay, gotcha. I just realized Vogt has a bunch of other stuff here. It says here, SCPs which researcher Vogt has discovered to be significantly unlike how they were originally presented. Not sure what that means. But yeah, it looks like Vogt has helped out in a bunch of other stuff. Alright, here it is. Vogt, you wrote giant Nazi robot. What? I mean, we went from oh, death to giant Nazi robot. Because how is that safe? You can't have the word Nazi in it. I imagine that it means SCP that Vogt has to be with. Gotcha, yeah. You can't have the word Nazi in your title and then be like, oh, by the way, it's safe. It's a safe SCP. SCP-2936 is contained on site in the Antarctic at a location of its discovery. Personnel assigned to SCP-2936 are required to be fluent in spoken German. Hey, that's me. And except for perimeter guards are the wear insignia which identifies them as part of the Third Reich. That's definitely not me. Civilian maps are to be purged. Description: SCP-2936 is the remains of a Nazi military/research base in the Antarctic. It contains several artifacts which are assumed to be products of anomalous technology. However, with the exception of -1, these have all been irreparably damaged by long-term exposure to Antarctic conditions. Documents recovered on site, logbooks, personnel correspondence, suicide notes, Sea Archive 2936 MLR indicate that the base was inhabited as recently as 1953. Conversely, civilian mapping projects and scientific expedition indicate that the site was empty and undeveloped as recently as 2005. -1 is a sapient, programmable automaton which serves as a base custodian. It is 3.5 meters tall and approximately humanoid, albeit with tank treads instead of legs. It has 2 high... it's a gun tank. It's this guy. Tank instead of legs. Tank treads instead of leg. Has 2 highly articulated arms ending in 8 opposable digits each, as well as a loudspeaker and 2 miniaturized movie cameras on its head. Its power source appears to be a luminescent swastika. Oh boy. Embedded in its upper chest. Further examination of this swastika has been postponed until a method can be determined for removing it from -1 non-destructively. -1's lower chest contains an array of discs resembling phonograph records and a mechanism for playing them and switching between them. These hold its programs for a list of identified programs. See document K77. It periodically attempts to switch between disks and will also do this when confronted with unfamiliar circumstances. However, only one disk, number 11, the Stahlmutter, the Steel Mother, is physically intact and is therefore unable to select new programming. Yeah, the Steel Mother, I told you. When program 11 is active, Dash 1's primary function is the maintenance of Dash 2. The 64 instances of Dash 2 are wall-mounted cylindrical glass tanks, which Dash 1 has identified as Glasgebärmuttern. Glass, what's Gebär, like, you know, like birth. Yeah, it probably has a translation here. Each tank contains desiccated remains of the human infant of fetus. I forgot what Gebärmutter is again in English. It's, oh yeah, it's wombs. Yeah. That's what it was. Glass wombs. Okay, all tanks are cracked and show signs of having leaked fluid, whose dry residue Dash 1 has identified as Ersatzfruchtwasser. Oh boy. As well as the tank's rubber seals have crumpled and the power supply has experienced fire-related damage and it's melted. Substitute amniotic fluid. Yeah. Every 4 hours, Dash 1 inspects the instance of Dash 2, measuring the chemical composition of their contents and verifying the integrity of the seals and the stability of the power supply. However, each time it does this, it uses the same obsolete database of sensor readings, leading it to conclude that the tanks are intact and functioning. When not inspecting the instance of Dash 2, Dash 1 praises the tanks and the contents, sings traditional German lullabies to them, and knits infant-sized clothing from fabric which it recycles. I had a German lullaby in my head just now, but I completely forgot how it goes. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, mit Rosen bedacht. Yeah, something like that. But it's like a robot, so it's like Guten Abend. Okay, interview log translated from German. WSQ. What is the Stahlmutter's purpose in tending the tanks? So that the Herrenkinder may grow big and strong and rule the world. Oh god. Master children, okay, yeah. Didn't think that Herrenkinder would be translated that. Does the Stahlmutter know what death is? Yes. Are the Herrenkinder dead? Death only applies to soldiers and to Untermenschen. Lower races, yeah. Lower humans. I see. The Stahlmutter has done well in answer. The children lie on the bottoms of the Glasgebärmuttern. They are unmoving like the dead soldiers. But the children are not soldiers, and the children are not Untermenschen. And the chemical, physical, and mechanical parameters of the Glasgebärmutter are all at optimal values. Therefore, the children are not dead. The Stahlmutter loves the children always. Good children will grow strong and brave and wise. The Stahlmutter loves the good children. Document K77. List of program disks identified within Dash 2. Translated from German. I don't know why today seems to be like things around me or me are like predicting what are happening in the day. Like I wore this shirt. Next thing you know, cats on my balcony. And even like today on TikTok, I saw like that one like classic clip. I'm not sure where the clip is from, but it's like a clip where the guy is like saying like it's like, hey, have I ever told you about my my Nazi knock knock joke? And the guy's like, no. And it's like, knock knock, who's there? And then the guy just slaps him, and it's like, and just goes, we are the ones who ask the questions. And like now we have Nazis in SCP. So like everything today is happening to like my whole day has been predicting SCPs apparently. Document K77 list of program disk identified with Dash 2 translated from German. Military doctor, okay, number 1. Political officer, number 2. Weapons manager, number 7. Magical weapons manager, 8. Steel mother, 11. Custodian, building repair, 22. Game player, 24. Cook, farmer, and nutritionist, 28. This shit's hilarious. But it's also weird. I don't like the Glasgebärmutter. I don't like the glass rooms. No. Kinda But I see what it's trying to do. It's doing the whole like, what if Nazi Germany was able to clone their soldiers? That's German pronounce that for? Well, yeah, it's easy. It's easy to do some German pronunciation when you speak German. For the sake of the SCP name, I will not befriend. Good, yeah. If you ask me if you can befriend this one, I would have like been highly confused. Well, now I'm going to sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, that was with you, Casabone. Thank you so much for sticking around this long. See you tomorrow. All right, there's only 3 more left. Let's get this over with.